Alright, we're going to have another video here on a Pontiac. This is the 95 Pontiac Grand Am, and I'm going to show you door panel removal, because actually these door panels are probably one of the biggest pains in the butt that I've dealt with as far as a door panel is concerned. First thing you want to do, the easiest thing, is just pop off the panel here for your power door locks. And you'll have one, if you have power windows, you'll have that as well. It has a little latch here. There you go, just unplugs. Next item, you're going to want to get, there's a screw right here. See if I can get that. So you can't see it with the door locked, but or unlocked, but you can see it with it locked. We're going to get that screw out. Okay, the screw just simply, oops, I'll have it the right way. Unscrew that out. And you want to keep track of all your screws, because a couple of them are different. So, and the next area of business here is you're going to have to get this door lock, the actual lever off. So it's a bit tricky. This just slides back and it slides down over a hook looking thing. So try to pry it up here. So when you take it out, you got to pry it up and pull it out. I'm just using a hook tool, a snap-on hook tool here, like such. See, there's a hole there. This is just a, if we can zoom in on that, it's just a little hook. So you've got that out. Again, keep track of everything, or have a pretty good memory of where everything goes. Next step, you got to pry this panel out of here. Which again is fairly easy, but as with all the door panel pieces on this car, it's not as easy as it could be. You got to kind of pull down. So then when you get that, you just simply finagle this around the handle. There you go. Now this part doesn't come off. I mean, it can, but we're not taking it off. And then you've got one large screw. See if we can get a little better view of this here. Adjust the tripod. And you've got one screw behind the panel there. Get that out. Now you're done with all the screws up in this area. That's actually all there is to that. The next screw, adjust it down a little further here, is actually right up in here, and you can't see it. See if we can get a light on there and actually get that for you. Okay, got a flashlight. There, you can see it there. It's right there. That's the next screw you want to take out, and it is the largest of the screws in the door panel. So go ahead and nail your tool up in there. There's that screw. Okay. The next screws you'll need to take out. There's one right here. There. Two right here. There's one right here. Get a flashlight on that. And there's one over here. You want to take those off. ahead and take those, since there's a few of them. I'm going to go ahead and take those off and go to the next step. The next step pertains only to manual windows, the crank. Now, if you have power windows, you won't have to worry about this step. Your switch should be up here. You need to get this off. You can do it a couple ways. There is a tool that's got a fork on it that you can buy. You stuff that in there and that gets the clip out. You can use a hook of some sort, snap-on, different kind of hook, a straight one. Or you can try it with a rag. A lot of times the rag works. I've never tried it with a rag, so I'm going to give it a shot here. You simply, I've seen, I had a lot of guys do it when I used to work at a stereo shop. I've just never tried it that way. I've always had the tool, which I do not have anymore. Simply just run the rag in there. It may be on the other end. Basically what you're doing is you're putting the rag in between the handle and the carpeting. You want to grab it, you want to get a hold of that hook. Let's see if we can get in there this time. There's also a plastic piece you got to get in between that and the actual handle. I don't think I'm actually getting in between there. Okay, sorry about that. The camera shut off. Okay, there. Actually, the rag method worked. You can see the hook right there. The clip. It's come partially out. And we can just pry it up with a screwdriver. Actually, that method is not too bad. I don't do it on a lot of door panels. This is for my daughter's car, so I'll put new speakers in. There's a little hook. Door handle comes right off. And the key is, again, you're going to have to get it between carpeting, this and this. This actually holds on there. Got to get it in there. And that hook, or that clip, simply, when you put it back on, which I'll show you when we reinstall the door panel, you got to get it hooked in here. That's how that's installed in there. Those two little, that's what holds that on. So when you're using the rag, you're just catching one of these ends and flipping it up. With the hook, you're going to have to finagle it in there. So the last step is to take this off. And that's just simply two Torx screws. We'll take those off here. Okay, the last area you need to worry about on removing the panel, you're going to take off two Torx screws here. They're really small. You just use your, I believe it's a T9. Actually, it may be a T10. And I've already got the screws out. And then you're going to want to pop this panel off. Pops right off. Just pops in there. You're going to leave that hanging, otherwise you're going to have to take off the, there's a set screw right there that you'll need to take off, but you can just leave it hanging. So you've got those off. We'll move the camera back here a bit. And then you simply want to start prying the door. You want to gently pry, you don't want to pry too hard. You do not want to break any of the clips if you can avoid it. So pry from the bottom. Where it gets a little tricky on this car. Okay, sorry about that. My camera battery actually died. Just been doing that pretty often. Anyway, after you pull it off, you want to, the seat belt, you want to slide it through. This gap, and you actually don't even have to take it off if you just want to leave the door panel hanging. Take that off. And then at the top here, so now a little clip here that holds the seatbelt on the top. You you should be able to just pull it apart and it just clips in. Then you slide the top portion in. There's the door panel completely removed. And there is the speaker. And that's really about it. The installation is the exact opposite, obviously. There's the door panel. The speaker, which pretty self-explanatory. I'm not really going to get into that. I may do a series on how to check polarity on the speaker. But other than that, you're all done. Please feel free to ask any questions, comment, rate, subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.